Saturdays are for survival. 16 teams begin this morning. 4 teams will remain tonight. Stadium Court will feature 8 matches to set for Championship Sunday. This is the AVP Manhattan Beach Open. We are set this morning for a women's match coming up. The number 2 versus the number 10. Cheng and Hughes taking on Simo and Van Winkle. Welcome inside, everybody, to our broadcast position. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin once again. We're pumped for this one because we get a look at the Olympians, the world champions, Cheng and Hughes.
I'm so excited to see them on Stadium Court yet again. I loved what we saw from them yesterday, which is a ton of fire, very efficient and clean volleyball, which has gotten them to this point. I'm also really excited to see Kelly Cheng. She is a 2-time Olympian, but the one thing that has escaped her is putting her name on the Manhattan Beach Pier, and you can guarantee her partner, who has been there before alongside Kelly Kalinsky, a different Kelly, this time wants to get her partner there.
Yeah, immortality awaits if you can win this event. We're set on the sand. Our first match went 3, so we're joining you a little bit late. We're looking forward to a great day of action. Let's get it down to Mark Sherman. He is going to do the introductions, and we'll be on our way.
Here we go, match number 2 here on Stadium Court. Both these teams undefeated up to this point. Looking for the final round of the winner's bracket. This first team, we got a good old-fashioned UCLA versus USC crosstown rivalry here at the Manhattan Beach Open. This first player out of San Clemente, California, ladies and gentlemen, Van Winkle. It's gonna be a last name you're gonna be seeing for a while on the AVP. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it for Abby Van Winkle. And her partner out of Rancho Santa Fe, California, Torrey Pines High, national champion at UCLA. Let me hear it for Savvy Simo. And their opponents out of USC, multiple-time national champions, world champions, Olympians. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, out of Costa Mesa, California. Oh my gosh, she played her ball at Huntington, now up the coast to Manhattan. Let me hear it. You know her, you love her. It's Sara Hughes. And her partner, boy, what a sweetheart, ladies and gentlemen. We got to know her over the last number of years. Now a 2-time Olympian out of Fullerton, California. She is Kelly Cheng.
Stadium Court already filling up. Come on out if you can. If not, be with you all day here on Bally Live. Looking forward to an outstanding day of action. We're going to get it all the way down to the semifinals for you. And then we'll have our Championship Sunday matchup. But we are a long way from home if you're a player trying to get to a Sunday in Manhattan Beach. Cheng and Hughes, the world champs, taking on Simo and Van Winkle, part of the youth movement that's taking over women's collegiate beach volleyball and the pro ranks. And a serve is issued to begin by Sara Hughes.
Yeah, and I love it. The service pressure right off the start for Sara Hughes. I watched them during warm-ups, and one of the serves they were aiming for was that deep middle, trying to land that ball within the last 2 feet of the court, and that's exactly where Sara started this one off.
This one to Simo. Hearing line and hitting line is the one-time UCLA indoor and outdoor star.
Yeah, we got a chance to catch up with Savvy Simo on Thursday, talking about what this team is looking for in terms of their development, their improvement. They said, yeah, we want to start doing a little bit more of that spread, tempo offense type stuff, but at times they also like to play a little bit of a simpler form of offense, right? So a little bit more of that up and down style. Like to get after it, there's no doubt about it. Sometimes
simplicity pays. We've had that discussion yesterday if you were with us. Variety of offenses getting a little more creative. Very interesting to watch the rise of the collegiate women who have so many different systems and reps and opportunity provided to them throughout their formative years from 18 to 22 roughly.
Yeah, and this is a full-blown war of LA right now between the USC Trojans and the UCLA Bruins. 2 duos on both sides of the net.
The War of LA. That's a good way to start the day here in Manhattan Beach. If you're unfamiliar, we're in the South Bay of Los Angeles as that ball is hit off of Cheng. You fly into LAX, you're going to go about 15 minutes south of Manhattan Beach Pier, and you should basically never leave. Don't bother with any other part of Los Angeles. Just come here and enjoy yourself. Don't go behind the orange curtain where Cameron Irwin lives. Too far south.
Yeah, but it is pretty.
There's some good pickleball down there. I'll give it that. Nice read by Simo. In transition, lines a call, and the line is executed.
Okay, savvy Simo. Love the late move into the line defensively. She baited and waited. I absolutely love it. Comes away with an epic put away.
Back to serve, Abby Van Winkle, 24 years old, at San Clemente, which admittedly is a great place far south of here, right along the water. That shot expertly done over the top by Kelly Cheng, formerly Kelly Clays. And we do have news for those that don't follow on social. Savvy Simo has a future, perhaps, name change coming.
Potentially, yes. Huge congratulations to Savvy Simo and Evan Corey. Recently engaged, and man, was it fun to chat with her just about how nervous they all were and kind of how it all came together.
Yeah, it went down in Palos Verdes, which is the south edge of this area. Nice dig by Hughes. Short shot picked up by Van Winkle, chopped over, and that one will be like a pack of bees going over the top of Kelly Clay.
But yeah, I love it. They talked about trying to find the engagement ring. Somehow Savvy's hand kind of brushed Evan Corey's pockets. His shorts were a little tight for the ring box to fit. There was a lot that all happened for that engagement.
Yeah, if you don't know, Evan Corey's strong to very strong in the midsection, the booty and the thighs. And so he was deciding where to put the ring. And I've been there. Do you keep it in the box? Do you take it out of the box? You get really nervous about will it disappear? He said he then sat on the box and crushed it.
Yeah, the box broke. Luckily, the ring didn't.
The ring did not break. In the end, everything went well. I said, were you nervous?
He said, no.
Well, because Savvy said, I'm ready whenever. Just an open door policy there.
Yeah, I think the exact question was, what's more nerve-wracking, playing on Stadium or asking your fiance to marry you?
That ball's
girlfriend to marry you.
Deep hubby wife. So congratulations to the current Savvy Simo. As we talked about the mispronunciation of her name.
It is Savvy Simo,
right,
for all those wondering.
She doesn't mind Simo, so they don't correct people until they get to the Simo. Then she has to say something. Van Winkle expertly done right to the corner over the top, and it's a top shelf start for the number 10 seed. They're up 7-4. While the pair of Cheng and Hughes was away at the Olympic Games, Simo and Van Winkle were doing work on the court. They have had a very nice run this summer together. Good read there. And control. Simo transition. Cut is good, and the lead is now 8-4. So they won the Virginia Beach Contenders Series, Simo and Van Winkle. They finished third in Wapaka. That would be the boat ride for everyone who doesn't know. The Contenders Series event there. And Denver, they won that event as well. It's been quite a summer for this young up-and-coming pairing.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, because we talked to Savvy, and she said, you know, we haven't been feeling like we've been playing our greatest ball, but at the same time, they're coming away with points like that, aces like that. Coming into this tournament, there's no doubt that they have found their rhythm and have put themselves in a great position here.
And this is a tough one right down the middle, working on clays. Kelly Cheng, will she get served again? Top left of your screen. Good touch on the block. And a nice swing and return dug by Hughes. No, out of play, and the lead is 10-4. Do you call a timeout? Answer, yes.
Right now, it's all fire on the side of Savvy Simo and Abby Van Winkle. I mean, just look at the extent of that block for Abby Van Winkle, one of the longest athletes on the women's side of the draw. She does such a nice job blocking, not only just using her length, but she has great vision as a blocker. Her ability to kind of let those hands work independently. It's been really fun to watch her excel, not only at UCLA, but now at the professional ranks.
Van Winkle 6'2", matching that of Kelly Cheng. That ball put away by Cheng. So they took the side switch. No timeout yet, but they did take the little delay of the side switch there on 14. Van Winkle right side knuckle, super short. Tough to execute that play any better.
Really tough, and that play put so much pressure on the defense. That ball just trailed slightly inside on the interior. So you can see right here, Sara Hughes takes a half shuffle step to try and get around to that right side, but so tough with how short that poke is. Really well placed from Abby Van Winkle.
Short serve in front of Hughes, causing trouble. Hughes lays out. And that ball finds the cable. Another point for Simo and Van Winkle.
Impressive defensive play on both sides of the net, but especially Abby Van Winkle, her ability to pull off the net. She gets that nice overhead dig and allows themselves to recover and recycle, more importantly, continuing to add the pressure.
Ball a little bit tight to the net, poked over the top. Simo responds, and it goes over. You'll take it. 13-5, and now a timeout will be called.
I have no idea how savvy Simo just walked away with that one. Even got a little tripped up on her move to the line. They continue to kind of have that shift on Kelly Cheng here, putting the angle block in front and savvy Simo working to the line.
I've been on the left the whole time. So we're going to stay like that. And then we're just mixing up a lot of defense.
Saturday morning at the MBO, we're still going on, I do believe, 8 courts this morning, through the morning, on courts number 1 and 2, which if you're up in Club 360, AVP 360, you can see both courts number 1 and 2 alongside stadium courts. Off the back end on the south side, we've got court number 3. Hagen Smith and Logan Weber currently
Coach
on
and husband Jordan Cheng there, checking in with Cheng and Hughes. They have had also an exceptional year. Expectations were high leading into the Olympic Games. Of course, on the AVP tour last year, they had a couple of victories, a couple of thirds. And this year they took home the World Championship late last year, but technically in the last year. Huntington Beach Heritage Series, they were third. They won the Elite 16 leading into the Olympic Games and came away with a 5th in Paris. Trailing here. Cheng tight. Tries to knuckle it across the left hand, and she does.
I like the serving strategy I'm seeing from Savvy Simo and Abby Van Winkle. They continue to serve that deep middle, trying to neutralize the option play from Kelly Cheng and Sara Hughes, because you can guarantee if Sara Hughes is taking that first contact, Cheng is going to look to find the option.
This is a winner's bracket matchup between these two teams. That ball is executed fine by Abby Van Winkle. Van Winkle and Simo were victorious in 2 in their first match over Ella Gray and Madison Shields, who we saw in stadium yesterday. Then it was Charlie Ekstrom and Katie Lindstrom who were the second victims of this pair. And that one was in 3, but convincingly in the third, 15-8. That ball poked just to the back line, expertly done. For Cheng and Hughes, they have only played 81 minutes of volleyball in this tournament yesterday. A couple of quick victories, including 7 aces in 1 match.
Hey, service pressure becomes a necessity at this level.
Technical timeout on stadium. Now look back at the illustrious history of this event. Last year was Betsy Flint and Julia Scholes. They were honored on Thursday at the Peers ceremony, unveiling their plaques and giving them copies of their own for their memories. Sara Hughes, Kelly Kalinsky, victorious in 22. Of course, the A team, who we saw survive late yesterday, and the Canadians before that in 2019, Humana Paredes and Sarah Pavin.
Yeah, so many great names on this list, and it's kind of fun as you track through. Obviously, we missed 2020, but a lot of different names just within the past 5 years. Incredible to see. Could we find a new name in this list? That's going to be the biggest question come tomorrow.
On the men's side, this tournament going all the way back to 1973. On the women's side, well, it was the following year. Rose Duncan and Nina Matthews taking home the victory. Nina, of course, a legendary figure in the sport of beach volleyball, a longtime coach at Pepperdine, calling the conclusion of her professional career. She won the first two. We will have our championships tomorrow. Will Hughes and Cheng be there? Hughes with a play that might get him there. A lot of work to do here, but that's a nice start to a possible comeback.
Yeah, within reach, that is anything the case for Cheng and Hughes right now. I know there's a decent differential, but check out this play right here from Sara Hughes. Goes up, sees the block, takes a little edge off of that, finds the hand of Abby Van Winkle.
Simo, that ball brought inside. She'll go outside for the winner.
Abby Simo doing a nice job with her variance of shots. We've seen a lot of cut shots coming off her hand, but that time, just a nice little line shot to get it done.
There's that middle serve to Cheng. Big jump from Van Winkle, but the ball is out of reach. Abby Van Winkle, final season at UCLA, was 2023 two-time AVCA All-American.
You know, one thing we really haven't seen in this matchup is Kelly Cheng just unloading on a ball. There is a lot of room for her to excel going with that high line shot like she just did.
Pokey, that's going to be way long. Point Cheng and Hughes. They get within 5.
Watch for Cheng here to continue to work that high line shot, because we really haven't seen Abby Van Winkle, apart from maybe once or twice, pull off and play some defense. Abby.
Challenging Cheng, who's up to it.
I think that was a read block right there from Kelly Cheng, because she was lined up in the angle, and you even had Sara pulling all the way to the line. They doubled up that line. She made that last second move to close. Nice read from Kelly Cheng.
15-11. Do you call a timeout if you're on the other side?
Absolutely, right now.
A service. And there it is. Timeout called at 15-12 now. The Olympians making a push here in set 1.
Great service pressure from Kelly Cheng. Her ability to hit not just the depth of the court, but change it up with a little curveball. Throws the short serve in. And you can see just how uncomfortable this can make you inside out. The full extension. Abby Van Winkle just can't get there.
Saw both teams working on some short serving during the warm-up and before. When you're on stadium court, you'll actually see the players come out in the match before. As that match starts to get toward a conclusion, the teams waiting will come on during timeouts. They are allowed to come out and get a couple of reps.
Yeah, we had a chance to catch up with Sara and Kelly kind of during that last match, and one of the best parts was just getting a chance to talk to Sara and just tell her how proud everyone is of this duo, what they were able to accomplish, both becoming Olympians. For Kelly Cheng, becoming a 2-time Olympian in Paris. And she just had a smile on her face. She said it was a massive accomplishment to get there.
And good for them to have gone on the journey together. So much expected coming out of USC. They partnered together for a while, then split up, and then Kelly Cheng took the journey alone. Sara Hughes kind of off in the wilderness for a while, rejoining and having a tremendous amount of success.
I know she did not go for a hike.
No, it was a different sort of not so much fun wilderness. All right, Kelly Cheng trying to continue the comeback again, right down the middle. Van Winkle challenges the block once again, and this time wins 16-12.
I'm sorry, but that's an impressive swing. The fact that she just went high hands on not just a block, the block. That's Kelly Cheng's big block. Very impressive high contact point for Abby Van Winkle. She is currently hitting 714.
Well, Van Winkle displayed her beach talent early, won the juniors triple crown alongside Lindsay Sparks, who we saw yesterday on Stadium. Her mom, Lori, won 2 national titles indoors with UCLA, which, if I do the easy math, as that one knifes down the middle for another ace, that would be under the tutelage of Andy Banikowski, who was a coach for about 40 years. I think 42 years might be the total. Someone can chime in with the number for me off the top of my head. Simo and Van Winkle back on track. Do they go middle again? Yes, same serve, a little long. 17-13.
I love it. You have some room, though. Stay aggressive from the service line.
Well, I wonder, you lace middle, lace middle, lace middle. Do you then go line for a moment? Both teams trying to work that middle. Simo, tough swing. Cheng all over it. Cheng has checked in with a ton of blocks. A couple in this one. This time it's been Winkle pass in middle. Same result, another block from Cheng.
She is on an absolute riot right now. And so much of this are these last-second moves. Watch where she starts her jump and where she finishes her jump. You can see her still shifting about 1.5 feet in the air, able to close down that line.
Trying to bring back this first set. It looks bleak early. Simo. High line, and got the touch, and it's in.
You got to do something different with that Kelly Cheng block. She nearly had another one there.
Now she's in the zone.
And that's not necessarily something that you don't see from these type of athletes. The ability to try and find exactly the rhythm of a block. You start to get a beat on somebody, so those blocks start to come about later in these sets.
It's called the David Lee zone.
I was thinking Emily Day zone or Jake Gibbs zone.
Ooh, you don't want to be in the Jake Gibbs zone. That's a bad place to be. Oh, right in the right spot was Simo, just could not handle the ball. 18-16, still within reach. Cheng and Hughes, but have to make another move right now. Saw Cloth and Nuss in match number 1 on Stadium Court survive this morning. They got a good push from Urango and Rodriguez. And Winkle in the middle. Cuts it away to Hughes. Simo right side. Hughes with another dig. Here she is in transition. No. Bruin 8 clap.
That's a bummer for Cheng and Hughes. The ability to find not just one dig, but two for Sara Hughes is huge. Just not able to transition and put that ball away. That's one of this team's best skills. It's one thing to dig a ball. It's another skill to be able to actually put it away. And Sara Hughes sits at the top of the world in that category. Maybe a little bit too tight of a set on that last one.
19-16. Cheng with a good run and a sharp finish.
Love the set, rolling that off the platform of Sara Hughes, giving just the right location. Kelly Cheng could really do just about anything with this.
Hughes back to serve. They need a couple. Time a wasting here in the race to 21 in set 1. Van Winkle's getting aggressive.
So fun to see the difference in systems between these two teams. Abby Van Winkle running a bit more of the up and down set, coming out of the middle. The other side, more of that spread offense.
Set point. Simo not quite there with the left hand. Second set point opportunity upcoming. Jordan Cheng encouraging his side. That ball left short and pushed through the block. That'll do it in set 1. They extended to an early lead. There was a comeback, but in the end, Simo and Van Winkle end up 21-18, and they're up 1-0.
What a first step for Abby Van Winkle and Savvy Simo to be able to put themselves and reduce the amount of pressure heading into set 2 is huge. It allows them to play free heading into the second.
We're only just underway in the winner's bracket. Simo and Van Winkle, the lower seed, putting some pressure on the Olympians. They take the first 21-18. We'll see how Cheng and Hughes open the second.
How about a little magic, huh?
Indeed, the path has changed. The world is new. We're going to carry your endless summer throughout this fall, all the way to November. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin. We are looking forward to the league. League play will start in September. We'll have 8 weeks of regular season play, including the top teams from the Heritage Series events. This is the second of 3. We had Huntington Beach in May. We're in Manhattan now, and we'll be in Chicago in a couple weeks' time. You win one of those events, you are in the league. You perform well throughout the 3 events and score points, you will find yourself in the league as well, and on one of the 8 teams across the United States.
Yes, dependent on your best 2 finishes of Heritage Series events, you will accumulate points. Hey, but the easiest way to get in, just win a Heritage Series event. Taylor Sander, Taylor Crabb already in the mix, as are Melissa Humana Paredes and Brandy Wilkerson. Cameron
Irwin still trying to qualify for the league. We'll see. And Simo and Van Winkle, I almost said Simo.
Uh-oh.
Simo, I put it in my head earlier because we were talking to Savvy about how people mispronounce their name. Simo and Van Winkle with a nice strong first set. Trying to put it away in 2 here in the winner's bracket action. Van Winkle, nice right hand. And more aggression blocked. Tapped over Simo. Battle put away.
Organized chaos. Savvy Simo, Abby Van Winkle somehow managed to put this together. That was an incredible pickup, the full layout, but it's the net play that really seals the deal right here. Recovered, and yet again, Savvy Simo with a 1-arm stab.
Smooth side out of that for Cheng and Hughes. Cheng and Hughes have 13 wins in 16 finals on the AVP Tour. They've come third 11 times, so all they have to do is make a final on the AVP, and they're pretty much guaranteed of a victory. They're so consistent, but they've come into that semifinal. That's kind of been the stumbling block. Winkle, tough serve. Nice reset from Cheng, who checks down and puts it away.
We'll switch sides for 3.
Right now, Savvy Simo and Abby Van Winkle are pairing not only nice service pressure, but the ability to side out and side out quickly. Abby Van Winkle continues to be the target as you look now to our upcoming events, because of course we've got Chicago in just 2 weeks time, and then the league, like we discussed. You can see in the backdrop, it begins in September. You're not going to want to miss us heading off to Miami, San Diego, Austin, of course Palm Beach, Oceanside, California, you name it. We will be there. And of course, the venues are going to be released next week. You can check it all out on AVP Beach.
And tickets so you can grab your slice of summer, even though it's October or November. That one just wide, trying to go over on 1. The creativity of Kelly Cheng is a typical feature of her game.
One of the most creative in the game. She's always been known for it, and she's also been known to be able to pull off the net and dig. However, that one just getting away. Really tough on that left shoulder. Tried to take the Tommy out.
Another tough serve. And that ball is wide. Well, they're really being aggressive from the line, Simo and Van Winkle.
I know, that's exactly what I was just discussing, and it's also interesting too, they are heavily attacking that right side of Sara Hughes. What was the target in set 1?
Middle.
Middle, so changing the target a bit here.
That one directly onto Hughes. High pokey to the corner.
I'm sorry, I don't think people understand just how difficult that ball Sara Hughes got up was, because not only is she scooping underneath that, the control, she's only a foot from the net right here. Somehow able to put enough backspin, propelling it to stay off the net so that her partner can get it up. That is a phenomenal dig from Hughes.
A little collision under the net, and that will be a violation, interference from Kelly Cheng.
One of the first real heavy swings we've seen from Abby Van Winkle. Attacking more when she is pushed to the antenna. opening up those angles.
That ball is going to be an ace. Clip the tape. And winner 7-5. Simo and Van Winkle, again, the aggressors in the early part of the set.
Yeah, I love they're just not shying away from the moment. These two have played in some big-time moments for UCLA, picking up not only a national championship, but Pac-12 championship at the same time.
Yeah, Pac-12 championship going all the way back to 2019. Van Winkle along with Zana Muno, who is MIA this weekend after her following of
Micah
indoor men's team, Micah Ma'a, in Paris. But they put away the final ball to win the national title for UCLA. Since then, it's been a lot of USC. And our buddy Dane Blanton. So I wonder, with the confidence we're seeing from Simo and Van Winkle, how much of that do you think relates to their recent results? Winning Denver, Wapaka third, winning Virginia Beach.
I think it relates heavily. The experience to play not only against some of the best in the game, but also the chance to play against some of those maybe seeds between 7 and we'll say 21, right? And most of those playing in a lot of the contender series events, you get a chance to play against not only those in contender, but also from the NCAA that you've played time and time again. So the scouting reports are aplenty on the side of the Bruins right here.
The second set remains close. Kevin Barnett and Cameron Irwin with you here early this morning. We'll be with you all day. Rich Lamborn, of course, will be joining us throughout. There's another high poke. That one is high and deep out the inline. Be with you here on Valley Live throughout the day today. Tomorrow we'll have the semis right here as well. And then we'll head on over to Ion TV for the finals. That one was read by Simo early. Nobody up, she converts.
I love it. Screams to the other side of the net too. The best part of that whole play is the fact that savvy Simo, after making that attack, made eye contact with Sara Hughes as she's doing the on-one. Immediately releases, check this out. Then ends up with a nice big swing. Love the celebration there from savvy Simo.
Simo, in addition to volleyball, grew up riding rodeo and doing some farm stuff.
That's how you know you didn't grow up on a farm, Kevin, is when you call it farm stuff.
Well, that would be farm stuff. If you're riding around on bulls and mules and rustling some cattle.
More like ranch.
Yeah.
I'm up.
Well, okay, farm, you got to grow something. Ranch, you're just
Yes.
just wrestling some animals,
Yes.
roping some calves. I hear you. AVP Wyoming, hopefully next year we can get out and do some fun stuff.
Trying to imagine you riding a horse.
Tell Bobby Corvino to put it in the books. Working on Cheng, still leading by one. Simo and Van Winkle, check down, going for that line again. We've seen that line produce a lot of success for Kelly Cheng.
Yeah, and changing the timing there on the attack. Because she has the weapon of the heavy arm, especially that heavy angle swing, she has great control, able to go high.
Hughes, good spot. Equaled by Simo. Off the hands, out of bounds. Another point for UCLA. 11-10 technical timeout. Much closer than we were in the first set.
If you want to boost your energy, boost your metabolism.
Simo's been working off the block a number of times.
She's really looking to attack the hands of Kelly Cheng. Kelly Cheng traditionally is really good at kind of separating those hands and turning it back in. You even saw it there on the super slow-mo. That left hand curling around, but it's not just about curling around. It's got to be at the right time. She's got to have a full grasp on that as she tried to find that extra block.
Immunity support blend containing zinc, vitamin A, and C. Brainstorm.
I think middle from that side.
And you change the serve to
Big savvy out of the defensive plane. This is one of the weaker crosses we've ever faced.
Crowd filling in. It's only 10 a.m. and the spots are going fast here at Stadium. Come on down and post up for a day of volleyball here in Stadium. Of course, there's so much action happening in the outer courts as well. Look outside.
And you might see the Statue of Liberty.
You might.
On the West Coast.
Yeah.
But there really is no better place to be than right here in Manhattan Beach. Wind coming in just a bit to our stadium court. There's a whole lot of blue and red in this crowd, I'll tell you that much. UCLA and USC going head to head here.
And so far, the Bruins coming out on top. They lead by 1. Serving the greatest team in the history of USC beach volleyball. There's a dig from Simo again. That ball's on top, and does it find the back line? No, it does not.
It is out of bounds.
Terribly close, and they'll ask for a ball check. We will get that.
You will take a look. By the way, while we take a look, referee Tony, I know I was joking earlier, but I do have something to chat with you about. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'll talk to you after this match.
Official decision confirmed. 11-11.
Usually if Sara says it's out, it's probably out. She overturned one of her own calls yesterday. Or one of the officials' calls yesterday, excuse me.
If you watch the Olympic Games, you saw how much the cameras and the replay systems matter, especially indoors. Everyone hitting high flat all the time, and players just confirming it because they know with the frame rates that are available, with the views that are on the replay systems, they're going to get caught anyway. Why delay? A retreating Van Winkle has that ball pass over her right shoulder.
And again, savvy Simo, Abby Van Winkle are really playing into the scouting report of Kelly Cheng. She loves to hit heavy angle, and because they have that lengthy block, they are continuing to try and put the angle block in front of her.
Yeah, I was Cheng and Hughes about a scouting report. Is that ace is issued on the back line, falling out of the sky? The line from them was they're going to work on their side. They spent a lot of time working on their side here and their own execution as Hughes executes that effortlessly.
Here we go.
Does she go deep again? Yes, she does. Looking for that corner. Simo, nobody up. Hits it directly to Hughes. Cheng, winner down the middle.
Kevin, this could be the shift right here. Not only is it a 2-point differential, but this is starting to feel way more like Cheng and Hughes because of what's taking place. You're seeing not only Sara Hughes starting to unload a bit more on some of these transition attacks, but that play right there. Kelly Cheng pulls off the net, finds the dig, and finds a transition point of her own. That is all Hughes and Cheng to a T.
Causing a timeout to be called by Simo and Van Winkle. First time we've seen Cheng and Hughes really take control.
That's GOODR. Not the goo doctor.
And these two have had a phenomenal support system, including Nike. Check this out. This came out just yesterday, and this is the most epic photo I have ever seen of Sara Hughes and Kelly Cheng. It's a new ad alongside Nike Women, but I'm telling you, I want one of those tracksuits, Kevin.
Kind of a gear hound.
That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet. I saw that one yesterday as well. Good stuff. I did talk to Kelly Cheng about their sponsorship roles. So they have terrific representation, had a really nice push into and a part of the Olympic Games. Good to see the efforts and the excellence of these women being rewarded, not only with the recognition, but also financially. The athletes need to make a living.
Yeah, they need to be taken care of. And I also love this. That's what you saw a lot of in the Olympics as they walk back out hand in hand. If you watch them in the timeouts, these two are so hyper connected. Every single timeout, every single changeover during the Olympics, they were hand in hand. A lot of times working even on their breath work with their eyes closed, having conversation. I just love the teamwork aspect of these two being out on the court together.
Just like the booth when Rich and I are up here working together. Just like that. Same.
Hand in hand. Bicep and bicep.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right, where is this second set going to lead? Simo and Van Winkle looking for the upset. This is a winner's bracket, so whoever loses here will find themselves in the contenders, but still in it to try and get to Sunday. Check down, winner again for Cheng. This is the number 10 seed of Simo and Van Winkle taking on the number 2.
We're switching sides, getting into the latter stages of
See, there it is again, walking across the net right now. They understand what needs to take place. I love the last 2 steps from Kelly Cheng. She recognized set maybe just a little bit tight, trusted her own athleticism, still checked down to the defense on the opposite side of the net, and it was those last 2 massive steps to get underneath the ball, to stay vertical and find the poke.
That ball faded just right. Caught a little gust.
14-15.
Kelly Cheng has a lot of different serves. This one just barely missing. But I want to see that hybrid come back out at some point throughout this weekend.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite serves.
A chimera of sorts.
Right. Yeah.
I like that call. Right.
It's interesting, though, notably here in this second set, they have started to shift a little bit more of their offense to the interior, both Hughes and Cheng, looking to find a little bit more of those shorter angles attacking from the center of the court.
Deep to the corner, winner. Just out of reach for the charging Hughes.
Love the changeup from savvy Simo. She had been working that line shot, continuing to push there, which is why Sara Hughes started to shift that way. You can see it goes right up and over the top.
Next time you're at the beach, take a step to your right and see how quickly you can run to your left. Just give that a whirl.
Yeah, just try to walk in the sand for more than 5 minutes, and then you're looking at these athletes who are doing this for 3 straight days, jumping. Some of the deepest sand that you can play in is right here in Manhattan Beach, and it totally changes the game and the physicality of it.
I didn't know you struggled so much.
I do, sometimes. I'm usually on the mic, not in the gym anymore, so just saying.
Middle high, knuckles red by Simo. Cannot be handled on the second contact. It's a pretty nice read to get there from Simo. Look how deep she is.
Yeah, and that was a lefty from Kelly Cheng. Notoriously ambidextrous.
There you go. Simo left side, nobody up. Nice crisp through the middle shots for the winner.
Great swing from savvy Simo. Sees the pulling block, and instead of going at it, typically you want to go at the pulling block, right? But maybe not when it's Kelly Cheng, because she's so good at digging. Instead, she finds the seam.
And you'll take an ace to follow. They were tied.
They've had a few of these triple aces. Abby Van Winkle's for sure had one as well.
17 apiece. Hughes looked like she was scooping for the option there. Instead, she gets it back and goes. Thumb down.
Wrist away.
There you go. Either way.
My Instagram's about to blow up.
Yeah, if you hate the thumb down, you don't have enough problems in your life if you're out there complaining about that. You need other issues to deal with.
But check that out. Again, Sara Hughes pushing that offense into the interior. You can see how that really opens up kind of the alleyways of the court, both with short as well as into the deep.
Ooh, critical miss could be. Opportunity is there for the taking for Van Winkle. She's been serving with great aggression. 18 apiece, race to 3. Opportunity to close the upset, Simo and Van Winkle. Abby to serve. Simo on defense. Trouble. And out of it. The drop off the heel of the hand.
Put some sprinkles on it, Kelly Cheng. What a save, what a set from Sara Hughes into the middle, and the finesse. Not easy to control that ball.
Cheng stays in the net this time. That ball's over the top. A little frustration getting out of the way. It remains 19 apiece.
Run a little bit more of a tempo here. You can see how that ball starts to fall that much quicker. Like the change in pace there from savvy Simo.
Simo looking for one. Didn't you suggest hit at the pulling digger?
Or you just hit it straight to the sand.
For Cheng and Hughes.
That was an angry swing. I'm here for it.
Set point. Trying to go to one apiece and force a third set. Van Winkle saves it.
Abby Van Winkle almost hit that as she started to fall from her jump. A little bit of the different timing there enabled that block to fall along with her.
Van Winkle served a lot of middle, little bits of Hughes right. This time it's to the right. On two, dug by Simo, no. Just past her.
Is that the first option we've really seen from Kelly Cheng, and we are at the end of the second set?
First excellent swing on that. We saw one hit the net earlier. That looked like the Kelly Cheng we know. Second set point opportunity now for the number 2 seed. Nobody up. Simo to the back line.
Interesting, too. Did you hear the call from Sara Hughes? She's in the backcourt screaming to her partner, pull, pull, instead of it being Kelly Cheng's kind of decision-making to come off the net. That was a shift from Sara Hughes, hence a little bit late on the pull. Here's a look at it. You can hear her calling for it right there. Heavy into the angle.
Scooped over and long. Opportunity for Simo and Van Winkle upcoming. They lead 22-21. Match ball. Simo at the line. Going jumper. Smoothly taken care of by Cheng.
Yeah, and I love the decision making in there. You've just been somewhat punched in the mouth, and Kelly Cheng would typically go heavy angle. She stays steady with her mentality, goes with the right shot.
Deuce is wild in the second. That ball a little tight, nobody up. We'll have a second match ball. So they fought off 2 set points, Simo and Van Winkle. Now they have their second opportunity to progress in the winners. Van Winkle working on Hughes again to her right. This will have to be put over. It is directly. That ball put away. Hot pocket saves it.
That's a souvenir for somebody at this point. Option play, a great lift from Sara Hughes to throw that high enough. Watch the set there. Pushed.
That ball served short. Tight. Cheng's been dominating those. Scramble play winner, 24-23. Third chance to close.
To your point, though, not necessarily pushing that much force into the block allows for that slower recycle right there. Savvy Simo is right underneath that block.
Match point, jumper again. Push to the right side, Simo can't stop.
That is a nasty side out from Sara Hughes. I love the defensive alignment from Simo and Van Winkle, but it's an even better swing. She goes right into the seam. Savvy Simo had to watch that pass her right shoulder.
Looking to get the ad back, Cheng and Hughes. Van Winkle, good pass off a tough serve. Puts it away into the corner. Fourth match ball.
Let that arm go. Abby Van Winkle, so smooth. Recognized the opportunity to put a little extra pace on it. And that is a fierce swing.
Side change, Van Winkle will be headed to the line. Second opportunity for her to close it with her service. Fourth opportunity overall. She's been working on Hughes. nearly got it. Pokey put away on 2, the option game paying late.
Again, taking out the southpaw. Kelly Cheng has such an ability to have control with both the right and left hands. Coming in clutch on that last one.
Simo up in the middle. Puts it down on the opposite side in the middle, and it is a 5th match ball. Can Cheng and Hughes fight off another one? Looks like a float serve coming, no jumper this time for Simo. Middle attack. Simo can't get it.
I think Sara Hughes is hitting about 700 each time she kind of comes back in and works her way back to the right side.
A little overtime, extra volleyball action for you here in our first match of the day. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin taking you through Stadium Court for the entire afternoon. First of 8 matches for us. That ball looking to be converted, and it is. The ad is back. A 3rd set point, and actually 8th set point overall. Now be in the offing.
Hughes had been attacking that seam, which is why you see Savvy start to work that direction. Right side again, open for Sara Hughes.
Trying to go to the 3rd. Ball is long. But they can hold the ad if they can side out. Van Winkle back to the line once again. Hey, show up early. Manhattan Beach, get some excellent extra time. We are deep into it here. 27 apiece. Van Winkle got a piece of it. But that ball's over.
I think Kelly Cheng just hit that with her wrist. Somehow being able to keep that ball in bounds, but that's a good look for Abby Van Winkle. Getting a hand on this one.
Fourth set point. Right. Let's play 3.
And we are going 3 again as we
29-27, Cheng and Hughes stay in this match with another block.
Rise up, Kelly Cheng. You need a clutch play. She just came up with one.
A little animation and energy here from Jordan Cheng. So we head into a 3rd. Who has the momentum here in the 3rd? That was so close ending the 2nd.
I still think back to kind of that 13-14 mark where I said all of a sudden Kelly Cheng started to pull off the net, trying to play some defense. They continued that track late in set 2. I think there's a lot more energy on the side of Kelly Cheng and Sara Hughes than at the start of this match. But these two, they're right in it.
5 chances to close it. 5 opportunities fought off by Cheng and Hughes. As our buddy Mark Sherman gives out some souvenirs here this morning. Come on out, enjoy top-level volleyball. You might also find yourself with a volleyball. Could be small, could be medium, probably not large. We're still not giving those away. I still need that 1 match a day. Come on, Wilson, step to the plate. 1 match a day. Any ball that ends up in the crowd, you get to keep.
That's a pretty solid souvenir.
Could be an expensive match with the wrong pairing if you're Wilson out on the court.
I was going to say, you put Troy Field on this court, and you're going to be in trouble.
Now, there's some exciting new men's teams out there. Wilcox and Bourne in a good battle this morning with Caldwell and Cook. Caldwell and Cook coming out on top on that one. And really, Manhattan Beach Open Saturday is a great day to be here. You have top shelf action, 16 teams on both sides start the day. There's a lot of outer courts. There were 8 to start the morning. That'll get cut down throughout, but you don't have to be on stadium to enjoy some top shelf volleyball.
Well, and it's not just about enjoying the volleyball when you come to the AVP. It's the ability to see these athletes real time, walking past them as you're trailing through the outer courts. You are just in the nitty gritty with all of these AVP pros, and you're also doing it alongside some of your best friends. It is an all-out party when you come to the AVP.
Well, business now here in the third. Simo and Van Winkle won the first. Cheng and Hughes fought off 5 match balls in the second. Who will win this third? First point put on the board by Savvy Simo. Now Simo back to serve. In the black hat, her partner Abby Van Winkle, both UCLA products. Savvy spending a lot of time playing indoors as well as out for the Bruins. Short serve. Cheng checks down and terminates. 1-1.
There's always so much conversation about having to deal with the option play. But sometimes those simple solutions are the best solutions. We've really only seen one option play from Kelly Cheng, and that's because of Simo and Van Winkle. They are not only serving into the middle, but they're also serving line to line away from Kelly Cheng.
Overpass generated. Hughes converts it 2-1.
And when was the last time you saw Sara Hughes look to the crowd with her hands open saying, are you not entertained? She is currently trying to get this crowd on her side.
You know Sara Hughes got a hold of it when she has a high pony angle. As she attacks, the pony is almost straight up in the air.
It's like a protractor.
Yep. It actually might be very similar to physics where the amount of force generated is the force absorbed, right?
Sure.
Okay, so the pony, the angle of the pony directly relates to the angle of the ball on the other side. So the higher the pony, the straighter down the attack.
She's going to love this conversation.
Ace serve again, Van Winkle. She's got that cable on lock. 3-2.
3-2. Ace number.
It was actually pretty funny chatting with Sara Hughes leading up to this match as you take a look at the ace here, but I talked to her because she had a little bit of a stumble in one of the earlier matches from the service line. She got a little bit of a sand monster. I asked her if she had watched it back as she went full Hulk smash from the service line yesterday as she's crumbling to the sand. She died laughing. She goes, I can't even take a look. I don't want to see it. Don't show me on social media. She still managed to hit the ball long. That's how much power this woman's got.
I love how you said a little bit of a sand monster, but it took her down. It seems like a lot of a sand monster. That ball hit again at the retreating Van Winkle. All of a sudden, the offense has heated up a little bit. We started out with a lot of shots. We've seen quite a bit more violence at the point of contact. 3-3. Third set to 15. 2 matches on Stadium so far. Both have gone 3. That one is going to be again at the retreating blocker. This time, Cheng can't handle it with the gator.
Really impressive. Savvy Simo is currently leading the pack in terms of offensive efficiency, all the way up at 524. Just in terms of a benchmark, if you're above 400, you're doing something really well.
Nearly had the ace there, but that ball is off the block. So 2 near point conversions for Simo and Van Winkle.
The best part of this is Sara Hughes takes this swing and she doesn't even know where the block ends up because she's turned to her right. She doesn't know if she should celebrate or not.
Well, sometimes you're just swinging high and hard, and usually good things happen for your side. We talked about how uncomplicated the game can be at times. It can turn into cave woman volleyball.
Hit ball hard.
Exactly. Ball left short. And poked short. Smartly done by Savvy Simo.
5-4, 1 to the switch.
It came out clean, but it did look a little sticky on that set. A little side spin,
Okay.
but I'll give it to her.
You're a setter. We'll let you judge that. Well wide. 5-5.
I usually go based off of my initial reaction, so I think seeing those hands, my breath held up just a little bit. Sometimes I can't contain it. You don't believe in double contacts, though, so it's okay.
Mostly not. Correct. I'm very happy with the NCAA this year who have eliminated it. The beach, you still have to have a standard, but I'm in favor of a looser standard. More entertaining. Back set coming. Speaking entertaining, there you go. Oh, trying to scoop. Trying to scoop over was Sara Hughes.
Throwing in a bit of a wrinkle. Savvy Simo working the back set there. A different offensive look. And how about this? Late in the third?
Well, we saw her go to the jump serve late. Now going to that. Here's an opportunity to pick one up. Nobody up. Powers through the cable. Nobody up for Sara Hughes. Equals a point. 6-6.
So many massive swings here.
Kelly Cheng, way to deliver. Love the fact that instead of looking for the option here, she takes the time, and by doing so, gives the open net attack opportunity to Sara Hughes, letting her finish off the point.
Who will get a little breakaway here in the mid-set? Who can generate 2 or 3 points off their own service? And Winkle's been serving well. Retreating again is Van Winkle and can't handle the heat. Red hot.
Feels like a couple opportunities now where Abby Van Winkle has either not gotten back to the net or she's pulling off, and the set is there. You cannot leave Cheng and Hughes with an open net.
Well, I like the way Cheng is hitting the ball too. She's hitting it high at her. Doesn't hit it low, so you have no chance in the platform at all. She's hitting right at her head. And let that one go. A couple of service errors for Cheng and Hughes.
We are halfway through.
It's actually more than just a couple service errors. That's number 5 for them in terms of this entire match. 5 aces, 5 errors, 3 aces. On the opposite side, Abby Van Winkle and Savvy Simo, 4 aces, 3 service errors.
Lots of other matches underway here. It's 8-7 in Stadium Court. That ball ripped again by Hughes. The A team back in action. They're facing off with Tony Rodriguez and Jeannie Arango. It is a tough schedule. Playing on this Saturday with the big field. Cut shot is good. So one of these teams is going to stay in the winner's bracket. One is going to head to the contenders. And the moment you're in the contenders, you are playing a lot of volleyball.
Love the swing, love the cut from Abby Van Winkle. They played to that cut shot, but it was so good. Sara Hughes couldn't even get a contact on it.
And that one gets over. Wow. The 4th cable winner now? It's unbelievable.
This is just wickedly wonderful.
Van Winkle's 5th ace. It's another t-shirt. As that ball is long. 11-8. There's the mid-set break, and it's made by Simo and Van Winkle.
By Cheng and Hughes.
As Cameron Irwin continues to manufacture volleyball t-shirts. Wicked and wonderful.
I'm all about alliteration.
3 more mini balls.
Teams both hitting about 485. Difference right now, the aces. Van Winkle with 5. 6 total for her side to just 3 on the other side.
But for now, these are the final.
Well, we often talk about serve and pass and how much that relates.
Oh, who lost it? You gotta convince me. You really want to make it.
See the most career wins on the men's side all time. Phil Dahlhauser in the mix. Karch Karai all the way up at the top. Phil Dahlhauser has his name on the pier 7 total times. I believe with 3 different partners.
All-time career wins. Couple of those guys in attendance. St. John Smith has been here. Tim Hovland hanging out. Steve Obradovich, some of the old guard of this game, enjoying a Saturday morning.
Karch Karai does, of course, have his name on the pier more than any other male.
Loser of this match has a bit longer of a route to this Sunday.
I believe Kathy Gregory on the women's side.
Back to action here, 11-8, Simo and Van Winkle. Still holding serve and a 3-point lead. Winners bracket. Been a lot of high line. This one's into the angle, Doug. No touch, so it'll be an attack. Here comes Simo. She got it. 12-8.
This spells trouble for Cheng and Hughes. Simo and Van Winkle position themselves beautifully here. And it's come from a lot of smart attacking, finding points, creating not only defensive opportunities, but right upon that first serve, their direction, they are siding right back out.
Van Winkle this time to Cheng. Nice reach. 12-9. Again in need of a late set push. Simo pass will attack towards the middle. Touch, Hughes under it. That ball is long. 13-9, 2 away from the upset.
Frustration on one side and smiles on the other. Savvy Simo is just trekking her way across the service line right now.
Van Winkle trying to get a hold of one at the net. Not this time.
Straight down in the sharp angle. It's 10-13.
You need to turn the momentum. That's one way to do it.
Looking for a run right now.
13-10.
Van Winkle looking for a side out for match point.
That ball's in the net. We're going to a match ball. This will be the 6th match point opportunity. First in this set for the Bruins. Already 5 aces for Van Winkle. Nearly 6. Instead, tap down for the win.
What a third set by those two. No mistakes as they take it 15-10.
What a battle. Savvy Simo, Abby Van Winkle are here in Manhattan Beach. They take down the Olympians and move on in the winners bracket.
Winners in Virginia Beach, winners in Denver. Simo and Van Winkle issuing witness that they will be a factor here in Manhattan Beach, taking a victory lap. There it is. Make sure all the ball girls get a high five. And celebration ensues. They'll have to get another victory, but they stay in the winners bracket here on Saturday. Tough serving carried most of the day for them. A lot of cable love there, cracking it through the top of the tape.
There was a good amount of that, but there was also a great amount of discipline. Even though dropping that second set, they stayed steady, stuck with their game plan, and they really did limit the offense of Sara Hughes and Kelly Cheng. So impressed with Savvy Simo and Abby Van Winkle. They came in with a clear mindset and just absolutely executed from start to finish.
Now, it's been a wonderful summer for those two, and it continues here in Manhattan Beach. They win 21-18, dropped the second set 27-29, valiantly fought, had 5 chances to close it out. It took them just 1 opportunity to close out the third, 15-10, and disappointment certainly reigning for Cheng and Hughes, who will be headed to the contenders bracket. It's just the beginning of our day and yours, joining us here on Valley Live for the NBO, the Manhattan Beach Open. Next up, we'll go to the men's side. We'll have Billy Allen, Paul Lotman taking on Knoll and Roschitz, who we saw yesterday. We'll have Dalhauser and Drost against Brewster and Dietrich. Then, before we continue with the men's action, Brunner and Crabb, contenders here against Caldwell and Cook, who made a final in Huntington. Thanks for being with us here from Manhattan Beach. So much summer action yet to come on this Survivor Saturday.